Hello friends, it's good to be with you again. We took a break last week, but here we are again. And this morning, it's Friday, the 9th of July, that we're filming this episode, if you want. And I say episode because one week follows to the other. And why do I even say, Friday morning, July 9th? Because it seems that these days, there's something new every day. We know that during summer there's going to be new unmarked graves found here and there across all of this land tied to the residential schools. We know that. But each day these days seems to bring one more expression or one more declaration or one more accusation or one more, we are all in this together. Can we do it together? Please? And so yes, and I thought I'd just let you know, I use the word episode, but what I mean by that is my thought is evolving, okay? As things go along, come forward, my own thought, my own sense of the whole is evolving. And it's evolving because I'm trying very hard, first of all, to just listen. Listen, listen. Listen to all the voices that there are. And it's sometimes not the easiest, but it's the most fruitful when you make the extra effort to listen. Right now, at this point, and I think it'll continue, the voices that I try to listen to the most are Indigenous Catholics of our northern communities, our 8 northern parishes and missions. And their heart in their voice is really what I find must be my priority. Anyway, I talked about that last time. What we need to do right now, non-Indigenous, is to allow the Indigenous their grief, the time it takes for their grief, and just let them live that grief and stand beside them very much, listening. And as my friends from up north tell me, pray. And so, yes, so I try to listen and to be more and more informed. And I'm going to say reformed, okay? And of course, one of the voices that we hear, and there's many voices, and they're very, very strong, very strident, and come from all sorts of corners, and for all sorts of reasons. But it's that call, why doesn't Pope Francis come to Canada to apologize? Why has he refused to do so? And I want to say that, first of all, my sense is that there is a growing number of bishops in Canada who deeply desire the Pope to come. Amongst other things, to help us bishops, to encourage us bishops, to instruct us bishops in what it means to be a good shepherd, to know the smell of the sheep, which is his expression. And so, yes, he will come, that's certain. So why doesn't he come now? Now this is just my read. And firstly, I have to say that he has never refused to come to Canada to apologize in the name of the Church in Canada and in the name of the whole Universal Church. He has never refused. What he has said, I believe, is this: dear brothers, talking to the bishops, dear faithful sons and daughters of God, brothers and sisters of Christ in Canada, you have a lot of work to do. He may not have said it exactly. There's also diplomatic language, diplomatic towards us, in which he's saying, friends, you have a lot of work to do before I come. Now I'm putting words in his mouth. Because I could come. I could come tomorrow, get on a plane, come tomorrow, say a message, and asking for forgiveness, apologizing. But what would it change? And actually, these days, when I'm listening, especially to several Indigenous voices, they're starting to tell me that. Not that it's not important, not that his coming would not make a difference in their hearts, touch their minds, but what would it change in the Church and in the society of Canada? I'm hearing that more and more. They absolutely want him to come. It would make a difference for them. What difference would it make for the non-Indigenous in Canada and especially the non-Indigenous Catholics in Canada, bishops and faithful? So I think that's what's in his heart. And you know, the Indigenous, they've graciously accepted and worked together with a few bishops at the head of the CCB to organize a trip to Rome, once again, of survivors of Indian residential schools and leaders, political leaders from the world of the Indigenous. And he has said, it's in December, and he has said that he will meet firstly and only with or separately with the First Nations, and then the Métis, and then the Inuit, and then all of them together. And the Indigenous leadership has collaborated in this. And they've been doing it for several years with the leadership of the CCB. Has cooperated with this, have been gracious enough to say, yeah, we're willing to walk with you together on this. Because they could say no. But they haven't. They haven't. And so they'll go, and the Pope will express his profound, profound regret and sorrow. Will he apologize at that moment? I don't know. But it'll be one more step towards him coming to Canada and asking for forgiveness at a time and in a way that will make difference for the bishops of Canada as shepherds, and for the faithful of Catholics of Canada, the Catholic faithful of Canada. And it's in that realm that I see things. But I just right now am especially listening. And actually this afternoon, Mr. Dougal Lamont, the leader of the Manitoba Liberals, has accepted my invitation to get together. And so he's coming. He's gracious enough to come here to the Archbishop's house. And I know what my role this afternoon is. Again, it's to listen. To listen to the voices he has heard, to his own voice, to why this is so important, what it would change, but especially what is needed from his point of view as politician to change our society towards greater reconciliation, greater truth and justice. So stay tuned.